Terry, I have to say this, and I don't know if it's an apology or whatever it is, but look, I always wanted to go to the Grove and go to Mississippi, right?
Yes, you did.
And spending even just a 72-hour period down there is very eye-opening. And
Mm-hmm.
and I want to explain this for this reason. I know some of you are going to go, well, no bleep, Mike. It's the Deep South.
Nice
Right.
area.
But for every person who's going to say that, you do need to realize your fellow man. Many people either don't travel or don't have the opportunity to, or if they do, they sure as hell aren't going down to Mississippi. Okay? I had never been exposed to anywhere like Mississippi. Now, I've gone to New Orleans, which I do consider deep south, but it's a big city.
Yes.
Florida, Atlanta, okay. Mississippi, I think, is really unique and not in a great way. The air of racism is palpable. There's just a dividing line. I mean, I'll give you an example. Okay, I was on Ole Miss's campus, tailgated, went to the bars, went to restaurant. I didn't see a single black person tailgating. I didn't see a single black fan. The only black people I saw happened to be on the field wearing helmets. Now, I am not here to tell you that there's not a single black person. Okay? That's not my point. My point is you see a dividing line, and it's very strange. You go out, you go to a restaurant. I didn't see any black patrons. I saw a black busboy.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a black dude selling hay. I saw a black person behind the counter. You see a dividing line. And as friendly as people were to me, that doesn't really count. I'm white. You just feel it. It's Old South down there. And I don't think I need to take a tour, as Terry would say, of the entire state of Mississippi, because my suspicions are it doesn't get better as it gets more rural.
I would guess that would be correct.
Oxford's a college town, and a lot of old Southern money is present. It's a small town, and Ole Miss is a small university. It's not Ohio State. Maybe 20,000 students. But, Terry, I always sat here and said to you, well, we've come a long way, and do. Look, man, I would say this, and I had this talk with my friends. I can't imagine being black and living in Mississippi. I wouldn't be comfortable. And it's not any one thing. It's not any one comment. But you just feel people out, and you start to look around and go, okay, I'm getting a trend here. I'm up at MSU or different sporting events all the time, or you go to restaurants. Come on, man. Down there versus anywhere else I've been has been a different feel. And it was just odd. And as much of a good time as it is partying and the Grove, that's awesome. This is separate. This is something where people like me, a 35-year-old white man, are guilty of the following. We shut our eyes to stuff. Like, you don't want to believe that some place could be way behind. But I get a sense, okay, from my limited time in the wondrous state of Mississippi, man, they're behind. And there's just a certain order down there where certain people are going to do certain jobs, and that's the way this is going to be. It kind of freaked me out. I don't really know how to I don't know if I'm articulating it right.
No. You opened your eyes, and I think a lot of people close their eyes to stuff like that. Mike, hell, if I'd gone on the trip with you, it may have been ruined. You know what I'm
No.
saying? No, it may have been. Because, you may have walked in a certain situation where you had a good time, and then all of a sudden I'm rolling there, they're looking at us, what's this dude doing in here? You know what I'm saying? Mike, you may not have had as good a time with me there as
It's weird, man.
and at some point you would have been like the father looking out for me to make sure I'm okay. I said, dude, I got it. I'm all right. Don't worry about this.
It's weird.
No, it is weird. I mean, and Memphis is nearby. We felt it there, where a guy walked right by me, wouldn't take a picture of my family, and his wife is like, Borgard, whatever his name is, he's usually she was apologetic, and then I brought that up on there. So well, maybe he didn't see it. Well, he basically brushed me by the shoulder, 10 minutes later, we see him taking pictures of another family who
Yeah.
happened to be white.
Yeah, it's
So you always ask that question.
is it unfair that you kind of look around and think Mississippi's just different? I mean, I've always heard people say it, and I know David has said to me before there are, relatives of his who are from there originally.
Mhm.
People have always said, you know what? Yeah, you've been here, there, everywhere. Dude, if you haven't been to Mississippi, you don't really understand it.
It's different.
Mississippi's different.
No question.
Just a different air.